Hello and welcome to this overview of Bat Flip, the Team Shuffling Baseball card game, and the Bases Loaded expansion. Bat Flip is a two-player dueling card game that usually plays in about a half an hour. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. The base game comes with 8 unique team decks. Each deck has its own strategy and abilities. There are 2 field cards, a scoreboard score tracker, team reference cards for each team, rules reference bat flip cards, and of course the rule book. Each team deck features 12 completely unique player cards. Each player card in the game is unique. Each one has its own stats and abilities and affects the game in a different way. Similar to the popular game Smash Up, players begin by selecting 2 team decks to create their own custom team deck. Once they've selected their 2 teams, they shuffle the decks together to create one custom deck. The players will then use their teams to compete in a 3-inning baseball game. Whoever has the most runs at the end of the 3rd inning is the winner. Runs are scored by moving players around the bases until they make their way back home. To play, each player starts by drawing 5 cards off the top of their deck to create their hand. The away team bats first. They will select a batter and play that batter as the first person to hit this inning. The defense, the home team, then can respond with a defender to respond to that hit. You will use each player's abilities and establish what they can do with their stats, and you'll do this for 3 innings. Whenever an out or a run is recorded, both teams draw a card and add it to their hand. Each player card features 4 primary stats. The first is their hit ability. This is the number of bases they travel around the bases when they hit. The second is their walk ability. This is their ability to draw a walk and go straight to first base. The third is their speed. This is their ability to steal a base. And the last is their defense, their ability to mitigate other players' hits. Pitcher cards only feature 2 stats. The first is their control stat. This is the number that the batter has to beat in order to draw a walk. The second is their defense stat. This is the exact same stat that is featured on batter cards. This is their ability to mitigate hits from other players. Each player card also includes rules text. This rules text comes into play as soon as you play that player. Some players feature activated abilities, which are marked by this exclamation mark. Activated abilities are abilities that you can use literally anytime. So if I were to choose to hit with Diesel Durant and his hit of 3, he normally would move 1, 2, 3 bases. But if my opponent defends with Mohammad Sadiq and his defense of 1, that mitigates one of those bases. 3 minus 1 is 2. Diesel Durant now travels 2 bases. If, however, Mohammad Sadiq was already the active pitcher, his control stat of 3 tells me that I have to beat a 3 in order to draw a walk. I look at Diesel Durant's walk stat of 4. 4 is greater than 3, so he can just take a walk to first base. In between at bats, you can choose to have your runner attempt to steal a base. To do so, you're going to use their speed score. To defend against your steal, your opponent will reveal a card off the top of their deck. If their defense meets or beats your speed score, you're out. If not, you're safe and their card goes to their discard pile. Each player has one other secret weapon in their back pocket, the bat flip. The rules reference also doubles as the bat flip card. When you want to, you can flip over that card to its exhausted side. This means that you will get to draw a random card off the top of your deck and immediately play it. Then that hitter will hit and cannot be defended. You get an indefensible hit. The Bases Loaded expansion adds 4 new teams, each with their own abilities and stats, to the base game.